once again for the Renegade Master.
You're right, everybody. Shockz back once again. Shockz Vlogz. I've not done a Shockz Vlogz for quite a while now, but yeah, since last year, believe it or not. Yeah, we're only a few months into this year, so can I really get away with that? It has been a while though, hasn't it, since I did the last Shockz Vlogz. Anyway, just a few things I thought I wanted to talk about. Just yeah, just share a few things on here. First though, I want to give a bit of a shout out to a fellow YouTuber. That YouTuber is Sybersnake7. Sybersnake7, yeah, that's right. J7. Sybersnake7. RJ. Cause Jay sent me a little bit of a present. Off the fly. Do you know what I mean? Just sent it through. I mean, obviously I knew I was getting something because he asked for my address. He said, I've got a little bit of something to send you, and he did. But yeah, actually talking to Jay at the minute as well on WhatsApp about a game. I'm not giving it away though. I'm not going to mention what we're talking about because, yeah, because he's got a video coming up. I'll just say that he's got a video coming up, and yeah, that's all I'm saying. But yeah, just talking to him anyway. But yeah, he sent me something through the post, which was excellent of him. Really didn't have to do this, mate, but I'm glad you did because it's awesome what you sent me. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Probably not much to anybody else, but to me, this was awesome, mate, of you. So yeah, anyway, I'll show you what he sent me. He sent me, like I say, just off the fly, King of Fighters 2003 for the PlayStation 2, which is awesome because, as you know, I'm a big fighter fan, collecting my fighters, and I am actually trying to get a full set of the King of Fighter games, and I've got most of them already. I've got 94 to 98. And then I've got 2001 and 2000 and 2001. So 2003. I think all I need now. This is the last one in the line as well of King of Fighters that I believe had the years on them. Do you know what I mean? Because 94 to 2003, they all had the years on them. And then I think the next game was just King of Fighters 11. And then you get 12 and 13. And then I think that's all the games there is. I think there's a few spin-off games as well, and a few like kind of variations of the other games, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so 2003 was actually one that I was missing in this set. So yeah, I would like to get all of the King of Fighters games eventually. So yeah, I just need 99, 2002, and then 11, 12, and 13, and that's near enough the full set of King of Fighter games. The only ones that I'm interested in anyway, unless they bring any more out in the future, and then yeah, but cool. I've not had a chance to play this J-bit like most of my fighters at the minute and stuff like that. Most of my games full stop, to be honest with you. I've not really had a chance to play it at the minute because just getting the setup and everything, my setup in the games room and everything done. So yeah, but nice one. This will probably be played, when am I next off? Sunday, so Saturday night. This would probably be Saturday night's playing. Thanks a lot for that, bud, because yeah, like I say, you didn't need to do it. It was a total surprise. Didn't have any clue what you were sending me, and the fact that you actually sent like one of a massive series that I've already got, and you got the one game, like one of the games in there, one of the few that I haven't got. It was awesome. So yeah, I don't know if that was just chance or whether obviously you've been studying my videos and knew that this is one of the ones I didn't have. But yeah, that's awesome of you, mate. Yeah, a little quick shout out to Jay Sybersnake7. If you haven't checked out his channel, check it out. There's a link in the low bar, and yeah, but I'm sure most of you, if you're subscribed to me and you watch this channel, then you're more or less going to be subscribed to him anyway. If not, then you're missing a treat. Like I say, get over there, links in the below. Anyway, Shockz Vlogz, what do I want to talk about? Oh, that's right, things that you've passed up. This came about because I was watching Gashead Steve's video. Again, another great guy. If you've not checked him out, link in the low bar. But he did a video response. I think did I tag him or something like that? I don't know. It might have been a tag. I tagged him in that one. I think it was your 5 gaming facts nobody gives a flying shit about and stuff like that. I tagged him in that, and he did a response, and one of his facts was, oh, what was it? He passed a PC engine up and the car boot for, was it 15 quid or something? Because he didn't know what it was. And that got me thinking about things that I've passed up in the past. Imagine that. And yeah, there's been quite a few things, but the ones that are most memorable to me is, I'll go through them. I've thought of 3 things, and like I say, if you can think of out that you've passed up, like, it'd be good to know what some of the stuff that you've passed up that's probably worth money or sought after nowadays. Don't have to be gaming, it could be anything. Toys, I don't know, films, anything. Even, I don't know, household stuff that's quite sought after now. Do you know what I mean? Oh, clothing, oh. Just things that you've passed up. They're probably worth a lot of money or sought after now. Yeah, but... So the first one is, I was around about 2000, probably 2001-ish. I was at a car boot sale, and I think I was in Doncaster. I'm not sure, but for some reason Doncaster springs to mind when I think of this. And yeah, for about 20 quid, I passed up a Super Famicom, a box Super Famicom, on a car boot sale, because it was before I started collecting and I didn't really know anything about imports or anything like that. Basically, what it was out the box, but it was on top of the box, like it was being displayed on top of the box. The guy had it. And what caught my eye was it just like Super Nintendo. It just looked like a PAL console. So I went over and I was like interested if it was a PAL system, do you know what I mean? But obviously it was Super Famicom, I found out, and to me back then it was just a foreign console, do you know what I mean? It didn't run on our power supply. I couldn't play English games on it, so it was just to me it was just a waste of console, do you know what I mean? Like I say, you didn't have the access to import games that we have now. I mean, do you know what I mean? It's pretty easy to import games now. And I didn't know much about imports, didn't know anything about step-down converters and stuff like that to power it and stuff like that. So to me, it was just a foreign console that was no good to me. So yeah, 20 quid box Famicom, and of course, everybody knows how much a box Super Famicom to go for now, and how sought after they are as well. So yeah, what's the next thing? Oh yeah, that's right. Again, car boot. No, it wasn't a car boot. Was it a car boot? It was kind of like a flea market, a computer fair kind of thing. Again, this would have probably been around 2002, something like that. Basically, I needed a new modem for my PC, because I fucked some up. I fucked some software up on my computer, like, and it got a virus and it knocked all my drivers out, and I could not download new drivers and get the inbuilt like modem that it came with. It would not connect. It like just did something. It knocked it out. Couldn't get drivers to reinstall it and stuff. It was a pain in the arse. And basically, my sister's fella at the time, he said to me, well, there's a computer fair on, like not far from where I go, and he said they sell all stuff, video games and all stuff for like PCs and stuff like that, consoles, everything. Basically, it's basically like a car boot, but dedicated just to like computer stuff and video games and all stuff like that. And he says, when my modem packed up, he says, I just basically just went down there and picked one up for a tenner, something like that, about a tenner. So I went down there and I did manage to get myself a new modem for the computer, and it fixed it, sorted it straight out, and it cost me about 6 quid as well. So yeah, 56k modem, because I was on dial-up at the time. But yeah, anyway, I was mooching around as you do while we was there, and yeah, there was a boxed Zelda on the Super Nintendo. You know, is it the Link to a Past? For about £10. Right about £10. Might have been a little bit more, might have been about 15, but it was no more than that. I swear down, about £10 to £15 for a box. It was like mint. It just looked like it would come off the shelf. But yeah, Zelda, it is the Link to Past, isn't it, on the SNES? But to me, do you know what I mean? I weren't collecting SNES games right back then. Like I say, I weren't really a collector back then. I was interested in it. That's the thing. I've always been interested, even when I weren't collecting. A long time before I started collecting. I've always been interested in video. If they catch my eyes, I would always have a mooch over and have a look through all the games, even if I weren't buying, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so it caught my eye because it was a SNES game. But yeah, like I said, I'm not really into Zelda. never really played any of them. I played about 15 minutes of Ocarina of Time. But yeah, Zelda don't really do it for me. It doesn't really draw me in. So that was one reason why I left it. And like I said, I weren't collecting, so I passed it up. But now, obviously, that game's quite a sought after game on the Super Nintendo. So, and it goes for a lot more than that. What was the last thing? Oh yeah, the last thing was, it was local HMV in Nottingham. Sure, yeah, it was HMV anyway. And again, it was about that same time. It was the early 2000s, probably a little bit earlier though. Probably spot on the year 2000 or something like that. Yeah, HMV. There was like doing a big stock clearance on all stuff and like VHSs and stuff like that, all VHS tapes. It was kind of that phase where they was getting rid of all the VHS and like to make more like space for DVDs basically. And yeah, they was doing like really stupid deals, just getting rid of all stuff. And like VHS tapes, you could get like 8 VHS tapes for a tenner or something like that. So what's that? Just over £1 a VHS or something like that. So as you can imagine, I snapped absolutely loads of them cheap VHS as well. As did my girlfriend at the time. I can remember her buying a lot of those VHS as well. Like, we just watched movies constantly for about fucking 3 weeks because we just kept on going back there and getting all these like these 8 for £10 VHSs and stuff like that. We watched some utter shit and a few gems in there as well. But yeah, pity I didn't keep them because I could have added them to my VHS collection now. But yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, and they was getting rid of all stuff. There was like PlayStations, no original PlayStation console, but I think PlayStation at the time was still my current console, so that's why I did pick one up. But they was going cheap, like nice new boxed PlayStations, all video game stuff. There was probably a few games. I probably picked up a few PlayStation games actually, probably a few cheap ones while I was there. Can't tell you what they were, but one thing that I always remember, the HMV, because it being in a store, like an actual store, not on a market or not on a car boot or like that, it was actually in a retail store, and it was minty fresh, boxed, unopened, fresh as new, Jaguars, Atari Jaguars, like I say, boxed fresh, no, not even open, still sealed, like boxed consoles of Jaguars. And like, to me, I mean, back then, about 2000-ish, I mean, I never rated the Jaguar when it was new, so back then it was like kind of old tech getting on like a bit. So I mean, been out a few years, it meant nothing to me, and I think they were selling them off with a couple of games for about £30 to £35 just to get rid of them, boxed Atari Jaguars even. And I think we all know now just how much a boxed, like a second-hand boxed Atari Jaguar console will go for now. Do you know what I mean? How much they can fetch. So yeah, that was a bit of a kick in the teeth when you think about it. But like I say, back then it was worth shit. Do you know what I mean? HMV was literally just, I bet loads of them got chucked because they weren't selling. I mean, who wanted an Atari Jaguar back in fucking the year 2000? Do you know what I mean? They weren't a collector's piece or like that. It wasn't a niche console back then. It was just a failed console that nobody was really interested in. So yeah, they must have just been clearing them out, and they had shitloads of them as well. But yeah, about £30 to £35. So yeah, that's some of the things that I've passed up in the past. And just wondering what stuff you've passed up. I've passed up other stuff as well, but yeah, I'd have to have a real good think about it all. Like, there's some non-gaming stuff and stuff like that, like toys, figures, like Star Wars figures and stuff like that I've passed up. But yeah, what are you? You can write in the comments, or you can do a video response to me. But yeah, that's one thing anyway. The other thing I wanted to talk about was childhood homes. Basically, if you could buy back your childhood home, would you? Like if you won the lottery or something like that, would you buy back your childhood home? Because my childhood home was, I know it's because I spent my childhood in it, and so it's a lot of nostalgia driven, do you know what I mean, rose tinted glasses and stuff like that. But it is probably the favourite house I've ever lived in, and I saw it up for sale sometime last year, and I drove past it about a month ago, about a month ago. something like that. Drove past it. I was up in the area and we like went past the old house and saw it. I mean, it's being bought again now, I bet. Yeah, and it was really nice. I've got so many memories of it, and it's like probably the biggest house I've ever lived in as well. And because it was like it was a 3-bedroomed house. It was on quite a nice estate. Do you know what I mean? It was quite a newish house, and it had a massive extension on the back. And I'm going to sound like a really big-headed twat, showing off and stuff, but it was like one of the biggest houses on the street because it had like this extra extension part on the back that all the other houses didn't have. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it was just a massive family home, and there was so much space in there, and yeah, it was just a great house. It was on a great estate. Do you know what I mean? Like one of them kind of estates where all the kids knew everybody. So you know what I mean? You had millions of friends around there, and yeah, it was just. And I always thought to myself that if I ever won money and I had the chance to buy that house back, I would love to buy that house back. And I'm just wondering, would you? Because like my childhood home isn't actually the house that I was born in. I was born in another house, and then I moved into what I call my childhood house at age 6, and I lived there until I was 18. So basically, young child all the way up to adulthood, you see, because I moved out in the year 2000 when I was 18. So yeah, basically little child, older child, teenager, and then like kind of just hit adulthood, moved out. So that's my childhood home. So yeah, I was just wondering, would you buy back your childhood home if you could? Because I would. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to leave you with that. I've been Shockz16 and this has been Shockz Vlogz. You've been great. Thanks for watching. I'll see. Oh, just one more thing before I go. I'm going to leave you with this, and I'll see you later.